What's up, guys? Back here on the show with Otis Kirk, our recruiting insider. A lot to get to, and Carthage and Pleasant Grove coming up this Friday. Going to be a good football game to watch because a lot of Hog connections in this one in terms of recruiting. Some guys obviously not yet committed to Arkansas. We'll see if they will. But guys that are committed right now, Tykees Crawford and Cavante Dixon, right? Yeah. And Jeff Traylor's going to watch these guys. They're out of 2020?
Yeah, they're out of 2020. You know, Tykees is a big-time commitment for Arkansas on the offensive line. That they're, they committed him pretty early, wanting to hold on to him because he's a guy that can come in and make an impact really fast. Cavante can play a number of positions. We've talked about that before on here. And then Pleasant Grove has 3 kids in the 2021 class that Arkansas has offered. Yeah. Get this, they're all defensive linemen. I mean, that's what's incredible is to have 3 defensive linemen in 2021 all, and it's not just Arkansas. You got Landon Jackson who came to the picnic up here. Torrey Phillips, I think I talked about him last week. They offered him, he's started out Joe T in the 9th grade, Joe T. Robinson. He went to Hope last year, and he's at Pleasant Grove this year. He's 6'7", 265 pounds. He's at 2021, and then of course you've got Marcus Boros, the other defensive end defensive tackle. These kids can play interchange. Jackson's pretty much a true defensive end. The rest of these kids can exchange positions there on the defensive line, but they've all, they're the type kids that you get them, they make impact on the defensive line. So that'll be a good game. It's during the bye week. Coach Traylor's going to be there to watch that, and it's rare that you can go to a game and see 5 offers in one game, and 2 commitments. So he picked a great game to go to.
It's going to be a lot of guys to check out. All right, Garrett Hays is an O-lineman. He's out of Athens, Texas. This guy's already had an opportunity to see Arkansas, and I understand Dustin Fry saw him this past week.
Yeah, they beat Bullard 42-35, Athens did. He came up the May 3rd weekend for an official visit. So far, that's his only official visit. Texas A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma, everybody's still trying to get this kid, and he's going to take some more official visits. Arkansas and A&M, are really 2 schools really high on his list. His mom played basketball for the Aggies. But he's the type, he's a lot like Tykees in the sense that if you get him, you can put him in there and let him play. I mean, he's the type kid that can play instantly in any conference in America, even at offensive tackle. So getting he and Tykees together would really be a huge asset for Coach Fry, Coach Morris, and that staff over there, because that's 2 of the best offensive tackles in the nation, not just in Texas.
Okay, Royce City, Texas, that's where we're going next. Keyshawn Jackson, you really like this kid, and Justin Stepp, you're going to get a chance to see him. 2021 wideout. Yeah,
he was at the San Jose State game. He's a 4-star recruit in the 2021 class. He's had a kickoff return for 49 yards this year. He's caught 20 passes for 281 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he returned a kickoff 23 yards. They're 4-0, and he's one of the reasons why. He's he's got a lot of speed. He's about 6 foot, 175, has really good speed. You get him, he's got Arkansas, he's got Nebraska, he's got Ohio State, LSU, Texas A&M.
Wow.
I mean, I could go down. We have long enough on the show. I could keep listing the offers this kid's got, but he does have a lot of interest in the Razorbacks, and he likes the offense they use, and he's just. There again, he's kind of like the rest of these kids we talk about on here. I mean, he's the type of kid, if you can get him, it's an impact recruit, and they're certainly trying. They're doing everything they can. They've had him on campus. They've gone to see him play. It's just 2021. They've extended an offer to him. So, I mean, that's what Arkansas can do, and they're doing everything in their power to try and get this kid, because kids like this and the other ones we've talked about, and we'll talk about are the type of kids that can turn the program around really fast.
Let's bring it right back to Northwest Arkansas and out of Bentonville. Cole Joyce, this guy, he's a guy who can wreak havoc. I mean, you look at the turnovers that were created by Bentonville the other night against Harbor. Again, he's a linebacker, and this is somebody who Arkansas is high on, not just because of one dimension. This guy brings a lot to the table.
Well, here's the deal, how I'll describe Cole. He is extremely smart, but he's got a lot of speed. He knows to play, and he can get there. This kid, He's not maybe as tall as you would like at linebacker. He's 6 foot, about 215, but he's a legit 4.5 guy or faster. I mean, he can fly. He won the linebacker drills at the elite camp over here, outran everybody pretty easily at linebacker. He's got legit speed. He's been to combines in time 4.57 or something, blazer time, something like that. I mean, that's laser. Very fast, gets there. He had a fumble recovery the other night. I talked to him after the game, and he had a fumble recovery. Where I was at, I couldn't see if he forced it, but he said he didn't force it. He just recovered it. He ran it. He ran it quite a ways back. Would have scored, but he got tackled by the last possible guy. He's got offers from UCF, Central Florida, you know, Louisiana Monroe, Tulsa, UAB, Bowling Green. Arkansas is very interested in him and keeping an eye on him. You know, 2021 right now, they've only got one offer out in Arkansas, but I really think I think they should offer Joyce. That's my opinion. I've been impressed with the kid from day one, and I just think when you've got the combination of speed and intelligence at linebacker, and I'm telling you, this kid, if you don't think he's tall enough to play linebacker, you can put him at safety. He's got that kind of speed.
Really?
I mean, yeah, he you know, I mean, he could play safety. So I mean, he's got speed and intelligence, and those are two things and talent, you know. So that's to me, that's a good little trifecta there.
Let's take it to Oklahoma. Yeah, Isaiah Jacobs, this guy's running back that we talked a lot about for good reason. We all know he's brother of Josh Jacobs, but you know, when you look at it, Owasso flat out put it on Union. Yeah,
they've beaten the last 3 weekends. They have beaten Fayetteville bad, they've beaten Broken Arrow bad, and beaten Tulsa Union bad. And I'm telling you, that in Oklahoma, you go over to Oklahoma and you talk about beating Broken Arrow, beating Union 2 weeks in a row, people will laugh you out of the state. They don't think that happens, you know, and Owasso did it. They're 4-0. Isaiah's rushed for 100 yards or over 100 yards every game. He's got 76 carries for 632 yards and 6 touchdowns, 11 receptions, 160 yards, 2 more touchdowns. And he's not even playing the entire game. I mean, this is a kid. I saw Josh in high school, and he's obviously a first-round draft pick playing in the NFL with the Raiders. But at the same stage of his career, and I want everybody to understand what I'm saying, when he was a senior in high school, he wasn't as good as Isaiah is. Now, does that mean Isaiah 3 years from now will be a first-round draft choice? I don't know that. But I'm just saying that right at their same stage of their career, Isaiah's better than his brother was. He's that good. And he's another kid, much like the rest of them, is just able, you can take him, plug him in at tailback in an offense, and he'll play next year and make an impact. And he's a great kid, Rue. I mean, he's a lot like Cole Joyce and you know, all these other kids, you know, the Ty Keys and Garrett Hays. I met those kids. They're just good kids, man. And but they're talented football players. And Jacobs, though, I really think is superior to where his brother was at the same stage of his career. And that's a mouthful because, like I said, we know what Jacobs did at Alabama and then what he did, you know, where he went in the NFL draft. So we'll see if Isaiah has that kind of future. But the present, I think he's better than where Josh was essentially.
And lastly, very much in the mix are the Razorbacks to perhaps land Isaiah. We'll see.
Yeah, you got Oklahoma State, Nebraska, Michigan, Ole Miss, some other schools. Other schools are coming in, and there'll be more come in with the season he's having. He's just blowing it. Owasso's just, they're off the chart right now. I saw them in the first week against Bentonville West, and they squeaked by in that game, but they haven't had a close call since then. And like I said, they're beating some really good teams.
All right, great info there from Otis Kirk, our recruiting insider. Much more on hogville.net. More Pig Trail coming up right after this.